second and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Here we go. Jim. Check nine.
Derrick Henry. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the pass. Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Back to throw. Looking deep downfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check 55, Mike. Come on, the ball. Mike 55, Mike 55. Silver. Hey, check Mike. What? He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the
I don't like running the
his
ball.
rhetorical skills were on point.
At the 26-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Check 13. Check 13.
Second and 4. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Strong right. We got three, fellas. We got three. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he rifles one incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Fields. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. Taylor.
That's my fault, man. That's so fucking stupid. Come on, Keys. I'm trash.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here.
Let me switch that up real quick.
The 22-yard line.
Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. 15 on it. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Three down.
On 1st down, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Kill. Watch the twist. Check 24. 26.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Deuce, 51, Mike. Mike 51.
They'll They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
3 touchdowns, 150 yards or something like that.
And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film
That's
sessions
just so stupid.
and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Hey, come on. Switch. Bang, 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 bang. Neil. 36. Hey. Motion. What is it? 955. Hey, eat. And what's that? Hey, what's the ball?
That nigga doing that many hot routes? Shit, to run the ball?
After the penalty, it's Henry.
Damn.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch the screen. Hey, watch it. Watch the safety creep. He's crossing. He's checking crack. Check. Fresno. Check 50. Check 50. Check 50. That's it.
This is Scarlett on the carry. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
He's coming. He's got double up.
A first down carry for Henry. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike is 59.
Second and 11. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling.
Come on, 78, pick up a
Now
fucking
a
block,
run on
dude.
first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A second down pass play there.
Oh, my God.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Right there in the middle, 55. Yeah. 55.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Check pass.
From the gun, Fields. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Operating from the gun, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
So you're still to the wide open dude.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check out. Check 4, check 4. Hey, check 24.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to air one out.
Can somebody pick the damn ball off?
It falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Why is he fucking running like that?
Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Hey, watch the run. 58, Mike.
Off the play fake. Fields going for Metcalf on the deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 71 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 2-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, The punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, watch number 33. Watch number 33. Single, single. Single slot. Single slot. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Looking to throw. Fields. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you.
From the gun, Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes
They're
down.
doing that bullshit again.
Raekwon McMillan coming in to
shit.
drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's more on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Back to the NFL scoreboard for his 3rd quarter in Indy. And the Giants are starting to pull away in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Check, ready. Check the outlaw. Forward. Let's get that ball. Out. Mike, sit. Boom. Slant.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He'll drop to throw. It's complete on a bubble screen. That's Hubbard. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it.
You got him. You got him.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
It's just me and you. Under 10. 10. Hey, check Mike. Mike 6. Yup. Cut. Mike 6. Watch the run.
They'll look to throw here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position.
Bring it, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. You can't block me. You can't go. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Watch the run. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Operating from the gun. Fields toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This is taken at his 4. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Buddy up. Start 9. Check the outs.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Mike, check. 59. Here we go.
2nd and 1. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 40, and it's a fumble. And this return is going to be halted right, and nothing but daylight ahead. He's hit.
What up, man?
Yo, what up, man?
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
I got 3 minutes left in my game.
Out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
On 1st and 10, Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. From the gun, Fields. And it's caught. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Check, check. Lucky, luck up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, that is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Fields. Now this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
They'll block the throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Mike 6. Let's get the ball. Mike 6. Henry. 6. We own them. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
58, come on. Gotta do better.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. To throw on third down, Fields. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 2nd and 5. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Mike 6. Put some finger.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. It got his man complete.
Let's go, baby.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan.